Ahoy, Shipmates! Day 8 on the transatlantic 10-day crossing from the port of Southampton to New York. Not Boston, where it's supposed to go. Another lovely morning here, mid-Atlantic. We're not far from Bermuda. Soon be time to start turning and heading up to New York. Thought I'd take you down to the breakfast. This is in the Hudson's restaurant at the aft of the ship. Absolutely fantastic views. They have an express breakfast, which I would imagine is quite popular if you're going ashore. Well, as we're not going ashore, I'm not having the express breakfast. I shall be picking some various items off the menu. You can get your eggs to order. Various different varieties of eggs there. Eggs Benedict, some soaked salmon bagel, Belgian waffles, and cinnamon raisin French toast. Get side orders as well. Quite busy in the Hudson for breakfast, but it is the restaurant I think with possibly the best view. Fantastic large windows, you can see. Lots of staff rushing around with coffee pots to keep you caffeinated in the morning. I never seem to get a window seat though. I seem to be stuck out somewhere else. That is some bircher and the salmon bagel as well. Apparently the bircher wasn't that good. Salmon bagel's pretty good. I've got a plan for a salmon bagel tomorrow. I know with prunes. Matron told me that prunes keep you regular, so I thought I would go for some prunes. Went with the poached eggs again, although I was slightly disappointed this time. The yolk was not runny. It was rather hard. Oh dear. Try harder next time. On return to the cabin, had this lovely certificate from the inaugural sailing. Then headed off to the captain's talk. So I'm going to give you more of this in later, but for the moment I've just edited some highlights for you.
I mentioned before azipods, and you saw them in the video as well, how huge they are. We have two azipods for propulsion and steering control. Using this azipod, we can turn the ship 360. If you ask nicely, Captain, maybe he will do it for you today. Yes, there you go. Now, I think we did such a great, not me, but the captain and his team did such a great team to make sure that we have calm waters, yes, during this entire voyage. It was very nice, and they were working very hard to make sure that they provide you the comfort, and also they were using sometimes those stabilizers. So each one is 7.5 meters long with surface area of 20 square meters. And if you see the model of the ship up on the number 17, you can see how they look like they are under the water. They are two wings, so you can have a look as well to compare how big they are, 7.5 meters, and comparing to the ship. And that also helps us to bring stability. And they are, of course, under the water. And speaking under the water, let's go to the engine. Engine control room looks like this. This is also a operation where actually if the ship engine is very upset with the captain, he can take control over the bridge, you know. Sometimes they have those fights. And this is how the engine room looks like with all the engines we have it, diesel generators, that's what we have it. Now you can see it, I cannot say it, yes? So just have a look. We have what the diesel generators are. Big generators have an output of 14.4 each, and the small generators 9.6. So those are down there in the engine spaces. We have two evaporators. They produce 500 tons of water per day. We are producing our own water whenever we are at sea. And this water, let me tell you, it's a safer one in the taps than actually the one that you buy in the bottles as well.
From Atlanta. I was wondering if you can walk us through the process this week of when did you start monitoring the weather? When did you make a decision to change the itinerary? And then what changes did you have to make in preparation for going longer than planned?
Yeah, it started quite early. We saw the low pressure systems forming over the Atlantic, but we also know the North Atlantic this time of the year, it changes very quickly. So we were of course hoping for an improvement in the weather. We were in contact with our office in Miami. We have a few tailor-made weather services that we use, so we were of course in contact with them as well. We tried to find a route that would take us across in the timeline we were given to be in Boston. But I would say, I don't know exactly when the decision was made, but we had a conference call with our corporate office where we decided that going south is the only way to provide a safe and comfortable way over the Atlantic. But we also knew that adding on 700 nautical miles to our journey, we could not make Boston in time. We could not make Boston, period, basically. So initially we were aiming to be in New York on the 6th in the morning, but unfortunately all the piers were taken, so we had to settle for arriving very early on the 7th. Preparations is nothing special, I have to say, more than changing our route, because we already had a full tank of gas and we had food to last us for the crossing. So yeah, and looking now, and I spoke to colleagues who was on the northern part of the Atlantic on cargo ships, they experienced 10 to 12 meter waves, hurricane force winds, and the ice conditions outside Newfoundland would have made it very difficult for us to get through, because there was quite a lot of ice in movement in the bad weather. So I'm happy to say it was the right decision.
Heading up to the Surfside Grill, the buffet. I have recorded a lot more footage of the captain's talk and information about the ship. I shall put that in a separate film, otherwise it would make this one really long. But absolutely fascinating. I'll see if I can edit that up later. Stick a link in the top left or right hand corner where it's most appropriate. So we've started off at the aft end of the buffet, where there is a burger and hot dog bar. And I've noticed actually every day they've had various different types of burgers, cheeseburgers or sriracha burgers, very different types. Here's your toppings for your burger: a little bit of salad, tomato, pickles. Also, I noticed that it's actually really busy at lunchtime. This is towards the end of the lunch sitting. It's open from 12 until 2 every day. This is about 1:30. There is a water dispenser here. If you've got a bottle that you carry around with you, can fill it up, and it tells you how many plastic bottles have been saved. So far, 2,240 plastic bottles have been saved. There's also a Surfside bar here as well, serving a variety of beers, cocktails, and wine, of course. The dessert section, always popular. People lurking around here. Great selection of little desserts. In fact, they're so small, you could have at least 3 or 4. Not suggesting you have 3 or 4. Lots of little bits, and seem to change every day as well. There's a rotating variety on board. It's the fruit section. You can indulge yourself with some fruits. Looks like salads. And then this is the noodle bar. I think this side's actually from evening service, because it wasn't really very noodly. Various different fried options here. Looks like some meatballs. I think we had turkey again, didn't we? Roast stuffed turkey. Different meats every day. You can get some freshly roasted meats. I think I noticed here there was meatball subs prepared for you. Moving across, I have some fries. Other bits and pieces. There's some chicken Milanese, I think was that's what the tomatoes on just there. Some rabbit food, cheese. There's a whole variety of pastas. They're constantly there at the back. I can just about see at the back there. They're constantly there cooking up pasta dishes all the time, so they're never left there for very long. It's almost cooked to order. As you can see, this is about 1:30, and the buffet area is relatively quiet. It's probably a good time to come. I popped in at about 12:30 and it was absolutely heaving. And I have a lovely selection here of focaccia style pizzas. In the evening, these were replaced with proper style pizzas, but the focaccia pizza is really good, very light. You can easily treat yourself to 2 or 3 pieces of those without any problem whatsoever. And then here's the sort of salad bar selection right at the very end. And that is the lunch offering at the Seaside Grill on a Norwegian Aqua. You can see it's not as busy now this time of day. Very busy earlier. However, I prefer to actually dine not the Surfside, but over at the other side, the Palermo and the Thai restaurant. If you just walk across, it's not very far. Once you come over here, it's a lot quieter. There's some lovely big windows. You get a really good view. You can get a seat by the windows, and you can enjoy your food in much more comfort. There we go. Look at that. Look at those windows. What a view. A complete panorama of the sea. You can still get teas, coffees, waters and fruit juice in here as well. And there we go. That's the view from the Thai restaurant. In case you're wondering, shipmates, it's the paper plane competition on the cruise ship. And it's may look like I'm cheating, but honestly I'm not. I'm not copying a design off the internet which has won the world record for the furthest flight of a paper aeroplane. I'm not doing anything like that whatsoever. It's not that I'm competitive or anything, but how does this work then? Okay, that goes to there.
Hey! Alright, cool. What's the name of your plane? Putt-putt. His plane name is Putt-putt. Alright. I'll take back out because I don't believe Putt-putt is going to poke me in the eye or what? Alright, ready? Go. Alright. That's where Putt-putt is. Alright, you Putt-putt. So far, Putt-putt
I
is
don't
the
think
first
that man could go that far.
Alright, who's next? Anybody gotta go. Alright, what's his name? Michelle, where you from? Alright, Michelle from Charlotte. What's the name of your plane? Batman.
Bad girl.
Oh, that man.
Batman. Alright. What? Who made that plane? Ever made that plane?
No, I made it.
You made that plane? Okay. You made
That girl.
Batgirl.
And she didn't actually made it, the bar staff made it for her.
Represent Batgirl.
It's quite amusing. Quite a bar staff were quite helping out quite a few of the contestants.
Batgirl and you. Alright, next up. Oh, this is Alright, ready? Go.
There were some good distances out of some of these planes. I was starting to get a bit worried, frankly.
Either way, everybody got to go. It doesn't matter. All right, little man, what's his name?
This little chap here had a very good plane.
All right, Adrian from Washington. Tell me, what is his name in your plane? Jet 28. Wow, very specific. Jet 28. All right, ready? Go.
And he had a really good throw there.
His arm. He's young and got an arm.
The Yankees can use him.
All right, so far, Jet 28 is in first place. All right, who's next?
There was various different people here. I heard over talking, they were actually designers from Boeing. Some of these planes weren't very good. Some of them even taking out the host. Well, it's time for the captain to come up. I hope my design works. I didn't have time to test flight.
Okay, what's your name?
Stephen,
Where you from?
Southampton,
All right, Steven from Southampton. Tell me, what is the name of your plane?
Spitfire.
Spitfire.
I managed to get about third place, but I think I've launched it a bit too hard, unfortunately. After that, we went upstairs to the tea time, which is the crazy golf part of the ship, right on the top. And you have to pay for this, $5 per person. And you have all these novelty holes, all based on countries. This one with the windmill, obviously based on Holland. You have to get the ball through various different holes and chutes and gullies. There are special features, but the special features are really difficult to get. So you have to go through very narrow holes or little bridges and things. But it's all automated. You don't have to do any scoring. It's all scored automatically. I'm not quite sure how it works. It's quite clever. And then when you get it in the hole, you get lots of lovely noises. So I just missed
So close.
yeah, just missed it.
There's a very little narrow ledge to get down. Oh, might be getting two though.
Come on, you big idiot. Nope, can't do it. Useless man, needs practice. Of course, I'm blaming the wobbling of the ship, affecting my ability to play. Let's try again. This is London. Nope, missed the bridge completely.
No, it's over there.
Doesn't even know where it is, silly man. Oh, there's a long putt here. Can he save it with one long putt? Well done, Captain. And then at the end it gives you your score. 60
Yeah,
points.
it's quite tricky to get the special shots, isn't it? Yeah, so from here, what it should do is it should go along here. You should bounce off over here and then down here through the London Bridge and pop out here straight next to the hole and probably go straight into the hole. There you go. Challenge for next time. All right, let's go. Oh, it's not directly on the line, is it?
I don't know what he thinks he's doing, trying to line up the shots. It's almost like he plays golf or something.
Oh, same as you.
Oh, very close to the hole that time there. Oh no! Missed it. Again, what's the captain scoring this time? 70 points for that one.
Taken.
It's very clever. Very clever piece of tech.
Oh, come on.
Just missed it again. And just missed the hole again. Look at that. This one was quite clever. It was the Jamaican one. And
This is Jamaica.
they actually ask you a question.
No, it don't work.
They ask you a question and you have to hit true or false.
False or true? Oh, interesting.
This one was
Jamaica produces more rum than any other country in the Caribbean.
false. And that is false. There you go. Countries like Puerto Rico and Cuba produce more.
I
do like a
question on my golf.
Exactly, shipmates. Right, I get a different question this time. When did Jamaica gain independence? 1962. True. Yes, this is true. Do very well with the actual golf part of this hole there. Oh, there we go. Not bad. I rather like the salt and pepper grinder in the restaurants there. It's just a single grinder. Salt on one side, pepper on the other side. You select clockwise for pepper, anti-clockwise for salt. Genius. This is a first for the captain, a vegetarian starter, tempura vegetable roll. And also I've just discovered that the combination salt pepper grinder, which is rather neat, is $25 on Amazon. Might be purchasing one of those. Went for the New York strip steak. Asked for it to be cooked rare. Let's see how well. So far, the steaks that I've asked for have been cooked just perfectly, the way I want them. Certainly looks good. And there we go. Absolutely perfectly cooked, just to the captain's tastes. The chocolate dessert was intriguing. I don't remember the name, but it's a combination of mousse, and there was some port dew around the outside or something. Very complicated. And if you cut it open, look, there's even some sort of caramel filling inside. Quite tasty, that one. Went to the Elements show afterwards, and there's even a bar underneath the Elements show. One of the many bars here in the Aqua. This bar also delivers drinks to your seats, so that's why the chaps here are really rather busy getting the drinks ready, because there'll be a waiter wandering around delivering drinks to your seats. This is the Aqua Theatre. This is a very interactive show. There's all sorts going on, people swinging around. It's a combination of dance, acrobatics and magic, and I'll just give you a little taste of this. Well, it really was quite dramatic. There were all sorts of things going on. The stages come out into the crowds all round, and during some of the acts, the performers actually come up and down the aisles. Always something going on. Very interactive, really interesting. And for the grand finale, the entire place turned into a winter wonderland with snow falling from the sky, wind blowing, performers everywhere. Really, really good. If you happen to be on board the Aqua, I can certainly recommend the Elements show. Right, well, I think that about sums up the Captain's Day, and I shall be heading off to my bunk. Till next time, shipmates.